Welcome to the Narrowing Path, walking the spiritual walk. My name is Stephen Einstein. Thank you all again for joining me tonight as we go through and we do the daily reading for October 11th from James Allen Daily Meditations. Yesterday's, the 10th reading was incredible. I loved it. It was about meditation. It was about contemplation. Aspiration and concentration equals meditation. That's the formula he gave us yesterday. And I never had really had it put in that formula, I guess. Yeah. I knew it was contemplative and I believed that, and just kind of everything that he spoke about in that reading yesterday, I really enjoyed. So I'm looking forward to today's and seeing what October 11th has to bring us. So this will, of course, be fresh to you and fresh to me, meaning that this will be the first time that I hear it or read it right here on this podcast with y'all. So you'll get my genuine response, reactions, observations, and what I relate to about the reading. So here we go. This is October 11th reading from James Allen's Daily Meditation. When a man aspires to know and realize the truth, he gives attention to conduct, to self-purification. By concentration, a man can scale the highest heights of genius, but he cannot scale the heavenly heights of truth. To accomplish this, he must meditate. By concentration, a man may acquire the wonderful comprehension and vast power of a Caesar. By meditation, he may reach the divine wisdom and perfect peace of a Buddha. The perfection of concentration is power. The perfection of meditation is wisdom. Ooh. By concentration, men acquire skill in the doing of things of life, science, art, trade, etc. But by meditation, they require skill in life itself, in right living, enlightenment, wisdom, etc. Saints, sages, saviors, wise men, and and divine teachers are the finished products of holy meditation. Love truth so fully and intensely as to become wholly absorbed in it. Wow. This is another incredible one. October is just filled with great stuff. This might be my favorite month. And we're only on day 11. Like yesterday's was one of my favorite ever. Honestly, this might be another one up there, like into my top 5. What a beautiful reading. What a incredibly important distinction to be made as well between concentration alone and then what he talked about, concentration and aspiration to truth is meditation, right? So concentration when trained outside of yourself is something that can serve you very well, provide you with insights and wisdom. He talks about genius and power. But when you apply concentration to spiritual understanding, spiritual truths, and those aspirations, you get wisdom, you get peace, contentment, and joy. Just incredible distinction to make. Concentration is needed for meditation, as per the last reading from yesterday. But that alone isn't enough, is what we're saying. So, let's go through this again. It's great. When a man aspires to know and realize the truth, he gives attention to conduct, to self-purification. When a man aspires to know and realize the truth, he gives attention to conduct and self-purification, right? So we start to change our behaviors. We start to modify how we're living, how we're thinking, how we're perceiving and operating in this world. What's driving us, right? So when a man aspires to know and realize the truth, because it's one thing to know a truth, it's another thing to live a truth. He gives attention to conduct, to self purification. So we begin to strive to be the embodiment of the truth we're talking about, of the truth we're thinking about. We give attention to conduct and self purification. This is the purification process that is regularly referenced by James Allen that we've talked about here, right? The refinement of ourselves to be someone that lives in the spiritual realm of spiritual principle and virtue. And those things will refine our conduct the more we concentrate on it. Just awesome start to this. So, by concentration, a man can scale the highest heights of genius, but he cannot scale the heavenly heights of truth. Think about that. Concentration allows you to just, concentration alone, maybe a better way to say this, concentration by itself allows you to achieve monumental things in this world, in the physical, material world. Incredible levels of intellect, incredible levels of skill, genius level. But it can't help you ascend the heavenly heights of truth, cannot scale the heavenly heights of truth. To accomplish this, you must meditate. Meditation, I mean, we talk about the other part of what's needed here in this, that the opening line, a man that aspires to know and realize the truth. So we have to have the aspiration to apply our concentration to the truth. And that's meditation. By concentration, a man may acquire powerful comprehension and vast power of a Caesar. I mean, that's a pretty substantial example there. A Caesar. That's able to be acquired by concentration. It's pretty much telling us, do not underestimate the power, and he's not belittling the power that concentration holds, right? It's not nothing. Concentration. By meditation, he may reach the divine wisdom and perfect peace, Buddha. So the spiritual level of genius, let's say, the spiritual ascension, is to that divine wisdom and perfect peace of a Buddha. That's a pretty amazing thing to think about too. That perfect peace and contentment. That's achieved only by meditation. The perfection of concentration is power. The perfection of meditation is wisdom. That's a great line there. The perfection of concentration is power. The perfection of meditation is wisdom. Fantastic. So when that concentration is mixed with the aspiration to achieve and understand truth, spiritual truth, you have the aspiration to achieve, when you have the aspiration to understand and live the spiritual way of life, Christ-like living, however you want to say it, righteous living, to live in the good. We used to say that a lot about this idea of God. It's this, he calls it good. When you concentrate, use that power that concentration has given you, or that power that has been born of concentration. So concentration, that purified state of concentration, which is power, when you mix that with aspiration, then the process of becoming wise and achieving wisdom happens. By concentration, men acquire skill in the doing of things in life, right? Actions, things like that, in science, art, trade, etc., etc. But by meditation, they acquire skill in life itself, in right living, enlightenment, wisdom, etc. So instead of concentration alone, that is applied very singularly to this world, right? One capacity of living, one intellectual endeavor, one field of intellectual endeavor, one skill, let's say. But meditation, how do they say it? They acquire skill in life itself, in right living, enlightenment, and wisdom. Such powerful stuff. Things to live your life by. Things that will benefit you and enable you to live well instead of fighting with the world all the time. That is what wisdom gives you. Sounds fantastic. Saints, sages, saviors, wise men, and divine teachers are the finished products of holy meditation. So good. So good. When holy meditation is practiced and the truths are lived, when you get the saints, the sages, the saviors, wise men, and divine teachers, that all of them, that is the finished product of holy meditation. That is where you get to. That is what you achieve. Pretty powerful stuff. It kind of gives the depth and the seriousness that meditation rightly deserves, in my personal opinion. So, and then the closing line: love truth so fully and intensely as to become wholly absorbed in it. What a beautiful ideal that is. I believe it's, to be fair, I believe it's possible. I believe I was there for a long time. Well, I say a long time, a couple years of my recovery. Then, like most life, got busy. And some days I don't think I'm as fully and as intensely aspiring like I used to, which can be saddening. But at the same time, I've got a lot of blessings in my life. But I'm working on it. So, all right. Well, thank you all for joining me today for today's reading. And I hope this one was just as held as much depth and weight for y'all listening as it did for me reading it, talking about it. Just an incredible day again today, comboed with yesterday. Just absolutely fantastic. So thank y'all for joining me again tonight. And until next time, thanks.